As I said in my Super Challenge Battle video, oh, by the way, peep that new Ursidonis icon. It's sick. um, so I really do love when the game like sets up challenges for you, because you guys know I love doing challenges. I always make this game harder for myself, make it more interesting. And this Super Challenge Battle did that. It's kind of a struggle to use every monster type in a team. So this is one I threw together pretty quickly. The way I did it was I went to the filter, and then I selected the type, and I scrolled through and I was like, oh, they look like fun. And I threw them into the team, and then I ordered them once I had one of every type. And then I just threw in a couple other monsters with synergy with some of the others. So this is the team I ended up on. Archaeopteran, Leogeist, XYZ, and Charybdia in the front line. They're fun monsters to use. We've got up against this Storm front line here. I really wish I had Xanacorn. I think he's so cool. Anya, she's fine. I've had her as well. I have her second form. Like, I don't know. I've just never found her that great. Energy charge monsters are a little slow to be fully meta at this point. Except like if you have, what's his face? You know who I'm talking about. The Mythic with Eternal Energy Core that everybody is using with Not a Cruiser. His name will come to me. Anyway, this is the team I was using in the special rule. I'll show you a couple battles. Unfortunate there that I couldn't kill the Dreadmoth before he came in. Antidote, I think, maybe doesn't kill Charybdia. Yeah, because she's got, even though he's ignoring the defense, she's got the element advantage. We're able to kill the Penguinator off there. I do think rescuing Cannibalize is slept on. It's a cool skill. And it's kind of what makes Archaeopteran unique, especially since he's now sleep immune and stun immune. I mean, now I say that was a change like a year ago. But, you know, he's still cool. Glad this special rule let me use him. Purifying Mist, because I had the time to use that before counter-striking the Dreadmoth, which I know I'm going to do next. Sturgeonitis goes around to kill the Archaeopteran, which means he can now kill the Labroid with Xanacorn, which I guess he would have been able to kill both of them anyway if the Sturgeonitis had killed Labroid, and then Xanacorn would have killed the Archaeopteran. Although there he gets to Stun Pulse, meaning that he wouldn't have been able to Stun Pulse the Xanacorn, or not the Xanacorn, the Archaeopteran. Whatever. Charging Blood Crave on Draco-Rosa. Now we've got a Charybdia charge. His Ursidonis comes in. Always love to see my boy. Double Poison Drain, Ursidonis and Sturgeonitis, because why not, I guess. I go for the Poison Gas here, hoping to kill Ursidonis with a Poison Tick, which I do. Scarlet Guard's going to take out Charybdia, but it's fine because we've got Draco-Rosa with Double Blood Crave. We've got Scorpiogeist, yeah, I don't know why I just like totally thought that wasn't his name, but of course that's his name. Scorpiogeist. Soba King's entrance, right, gives him the turn. Albacon is asleep, so I try to wake him up with a Poison Gas. It missed, whatever. Next turn he'll have the secret skill. Soba King could Dream Hunt Albacon or Slayer Bane Draco-Rosa, and he just gives up. So that was the first battle. Pretty fun team. I was using a lot of poison at the end because I didn't realize like how spread out the poison monsters are in types, which is just interesting. So I saw this front line and I'm like, all right, I'm cooked. But he goes ahead and kills the XYZ. Griff King loads Mortar. I do the Stun Breaker, so I'm going to get 2 turns back. Archaeopteran has Blood Crave charged. I'm deciding who to go for here, and he just gives up. I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have won that battle, but, you know, I'll take the win. This next one, really interesting front line here. I've wanted to use the Meowzard and Philomancer combo since the buff, and this kind of made me want to do it even more, seeing this. Unfortunately, I don't have Goliatherian, but this battle really showed me, like, what he can do. I think this is kind of a perfect way to use him because you're using these, like, 0-star monsters that have just recently been buffed to be used a little more effectively. And so now you've got a reliable, high-defense Mythic with 50-second Star Eater, right? That's piercing, just going to be going through. And then you've got people that are able to put my guys to sleep. I think they have their, like, Feline Bomb or whatever. I need to go back and look at them. I should do a video on them because this really inspired me to do that. The Goliatherian, like, there's nothing I can do, right? At this point, he's completely stopped my momentum. and he doesn't have any killer weaknesses. So what am I to do but just watch as he Star Eaters through my entire team? Pair that with the Pandorca, who has a bunch of targets because he's going into my poison team. There isn't much I can do here. But with Goliatherian, high defense, he's kind of got this in the bag. I think I go for... What do I go for? I might Poison Burst the Meowzard so that he can't Star Eater anymore. But then I forgot, like, he could just swap for Moji, and then there he goes right again. And that's an instant move. So, yeah. This made me really want Goliatherian. When he first came out, I was like, okay, I see a world where I could abuse the heck out of this. Because, like, that's my kind of monster, is a cool design with an interesting move that you have to build around. Like, those are the monsters I love. I'm not a big fan of the Prixises or the, who else? Like the Hazukis of the world, where you just throw them into a team and they work. I like to have to work for my monsters to work, if you know what I mean. And Goliatherian is that kind of monster. So this just showed me how powerful he really can be. Obviously, if I had like Gravity Field or something like that, or more piercing, or a better front line, then I wouldn't have really been in as deep trouble as I was with this battle. But it was a cool showcase. I mean, you saw this guy was at a 3-win streak, El Coco, I believe. So props to him. Love to see Goliatherian, and he's poison immune, so you could stealth him, you can toxic give turn, whatever. But yeah, I got cooked. This battle wasn't even close. I just wanted to keep it in because first you see the cat duo. I've never seen them in PvP. I actually haven't seen them since they got changed. I've barely even looked at them in my own collection. So, like I said, I'm going to go look into them, and also showcasing Goliatherian because I hardly ever run into him in PvP, even though he seems like he'd be so strong. And this kind of showed me that. So, hats off to El Coco. Totally beat me here. GG's. The double blood crate recoil is just going to kill me off. But that was a fun battle. Cool to see. And let's hop into the next one against, what is that? Kurumi. Let's see. Spookoid and Arborobratis, even though he's got 2 times up targets. I think I go for the Griff King, but it doesn't matter. It gets blocked. It does kill the Spookoid. So we give him an XYZ. I could Stunbreaker or try to Stunbreaker around the Arborobratis, but it's not worth it. Venom times up is going to kill Arborobratis and the Blaze Bones with the Poison Tick. So Bobble Basher loses his Plant Union, or Plant, whatever, passive. He could Slayerbane Charybdia, or Retribution, I guess, which he goes for. I've got the Night Watch target now with Mantis Samurai, which I do go for. It doesn't quite kill XYZ, that's fine. I don't really want it to, per se. And I would probably go for Venom times up with Griff King, Mantis Samurai there, yep. And now I can times up the Griff King and the Ready Bug coming in next in line, which I believe I do. And we're continuously stunning this XYZ further and further out of play. He's not going to die from poison. That's still quite a bit of health before a Mythic dies off to poison ticks, but something to keep an eye on. As we start charging crescendo here, Leogeist loses his shield, and I thought about killing XYZ, but I was like, he's at 140 seconds. I'm not worried. So there isn't much I can do with the Archaeopteran right now. Bobble Basher, so can't Slayerbane Archaeopteran, but can Retribution the Leogeist, so I lose him. Shurikaiser, stunt double makes sense. He goes for it. Now XYZ dies off to poison. Okay, so I guess he was closer than I thought. I would have ideally liked to bind take a Senshi, but I didn't want to risk going around, so I just went for the Venom times up. He could assassinate probably Charybdia to get rid of her. She's, it's been 240 seconds. She's getting close to bind range, or Virulent Glass range. He doesn't kill her, decides to go for Archaeopteran, which doesn't kill. Not sure why he did that, because dude's not really a threat right now. But I'm thinking, decide to go for something to take off the stealth with Shurikaiser so that I can defang the Sheena as well. So yeah, I go for the Night Watch. Doesn't really matter, just as long as we unstealth him. Defang is going to kill both of them, and luckily Sheena's entrance doesn't activate. The Tenguko entrance gives the turn back, and I'm thinking, okay, great. Now we've got a target for Archaeopteran. I can rescue and cannibalize. He could Slayerbane or Retribution. but instead goes for the ally substitute. Not sure if that was the right move because Charybdia has Virulent Grasp now. She's going to get stunned, but I've got 1 stun converter and 2 stun immune monsters. I see he's got a Trimagus next in line. I see he's got a Twiggle next in line. So at this point, this is free turns for the Archaeopteryx. He's getting pretty low to recoil, but doesn't matter because he's still killing through. I can just stun breaker, like it doesn't really matter. I can do anything, and he just gives up. So that was a fun battle, and this was a fun team. The special rule, like I said, love restrictions that make me use monsters I don't normally use. This is the team, mid-game poison, you know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.